beware. They are secretly competing for a decree spot. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, beware. They are competing for a decree spot. Now, the decree spot I am referring to is the spot that you have. Whether that is you being very gifted, you are a singer, you are a model, okay, you are a rapper, you are a painter, right? But that is your decree spot. Why? Because God gave you that gift. That was your ability. All right. The spot that I am referring to is the spot that you have earned. Okay, maybe you are a manager on a job, a supervisor, right? An evangelist at your church. You are the person that people look up to. That is your decree spot, right? Maybe you are a mother, a father, okay, a brother, an uncle, but that is a decree spot. And see, some people are sitting back wishing that they could have that spot. Somebody drop in the comments and say, you can't have my spot. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, you can't have my spot. And the reason why, y'all, is because it was fulfilled specifically for you. It was designed specifically for you. When Mark and John both asked, could they drink from Jesus' cup, he told them that you cannot, right? But you will drink one of your own. And see, what people don't realize is your cup is designed specifically for you and your lips only, okay? Your cup has your own pain, your own success, your own gift, your own conviction. We are existing in this thing we call life, but we don't have the same journey. And that's what a lot of people don't realize, right? So when they're fighting for your spot, when they're trying to take that decreed position, they are only making themselves look bad. Somebody drop in the comments and say, stop it. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, stop it. All right. So the reason why I'm making this video, y'all, so y'all can understand that your spot that you feel that you have to protect, you really don't have to, because it was designed specifically for you. You don't have to protect it. It protects you. All right. I want to say this right here, y'all. I told y'all about the Cinderella movie I was watching, right? I know, y'all, I know. But I love the story behind it, right? And at the end of the movie, when the princess, or when Cinderella went missing, all the prince was left with was her slipper, or her heel. And the Cinderella's fairy godmother designed it a specific way to where it only fit her foot. Okay, it was designed specifically for her. And so although she was hidden in the basement, all right, once they found out where she was, her whereabouts, once he gave her that slipper, or once he gave her that heel so she can put on or slip on, it went right in. There were tons of women who tried the foot on, right? Who tried their foot inside of that heel, right? And it did not work. Why? Because they were fighting for a decreed spot. It was already specifically set up for Cinderella, right? And so this is what I'm talking about, y'all. No matter how many people try out for the position, they won't get it. No matter how many people try to put their foot inside the slipper, they won't be able to fit it. No matter how many people try to apply for your job or apply for your position, they won't get it. Why? Because the job was specifically for you. The position was specifically for you. The spot was designed specifically for you. All right, somebody drop in the comments and say, what's for me is for me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, what's for me is for me. All right. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get directly into this. Yes, y'all, we are on the great couch. It's been a minute, y'all. It's been a while. Okay. But every time I'm on it, y'all, we say something legendary, divine, or something that's simply powerful. All right. But here we are, y'all. Second video of today. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, But y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get into it, family. Number one is going to be this right here, y'all. This thing is going to happen when people are secretly competing for a decree spot, right? They are intrigued with anything you touch, okay? They are intrigued with anything you touch. So if you go to the gym, they want to go to that specific gym. If you wear a certain type of necklace, all right, they want to get that specific necklace, okay? If you do some type of profession, they're going to do the same profession. Why? Because anything you touch, you turn it into gold. But they don't realize that anything they touch, they turn it into coal. Okay? Meaning that black stuff we grill with, right? That black stuff we put that liquid on and cause a fire. This is what they turn their prized possessions into because of their mindset. Because of their inability to work hard for something, because that this is not their actual gift. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? You ever seen, a sister who wanted another sister's man, and maybe they were married or something like that, right? But she would not have wanted him if he was single or if he was not specifically with her. But I want him now because you have him, so it's not real. She was only intrigued with him because she has him. And we see this all the time, y'all. Even on Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick Cannon and Paris Morton, I want to say, I could be wrong, but y'all please correct me down below in the comments. Paris Morton was her name on the movie, but Christina Milian, I always get this wrong, y'all. Christina Milian was the actual character. But the point is, y'all, before Nick Cannon had became, popular, nobody looked this way. He had this Michael Jackson afro going on, Jackson 5 afro going on. Nobody paid attention to him. They all laughed at him. He was a nerd. He was a geek. End of the story. Once he started walking around with Christina Milian, yeah, it was an issue then. Now I want him. Why? Because I am intrigued with anything that Christina Milian touches. And this is how it operates within life. Okay? I mean, maybe you wanted to be a boxer and you started boxing. And now the same people who wanted to play hockey, football, or even basketball, now all of a sudden they want to be a boxer. I mean, I've seen it, multiple times, y'all, even with my own profession, where I was, doing videos and speaking and motivating. Nobody was doing it. But as soon as they see me do it, you know what? I think I want to start with these videos. I think I got something to say, right? This is how these things operate when you are chosen. All my true chosen ones, drop in the comments and say chosen. But this is what happens when you are chosen. You make things look good. You make things look better. Speaking of looking good, you remember when your sibling, used to play around with their food, but it still looked good, right? Like you done ate your fries, they still got fries left. You like, man, let me get a fry. They like, no, you can't have none. They made you want fries. They hamburger looked great. You done swallowed your hamburger whole like a pill, and they still over here like, about to bite into it now. They done made you want that burger, And again, y'all, it's the same point. People who have something and they are chosen and divine, they make it look even better. They make it look even greater. But what this person don't realize is they have their own gift and they got to focus on what they have instead of what you have, right? Point blank period, y'all. Beware. They are secretly competing for a decreed spot, all right? It's not theirs. It is yours. Number two, second thing that will happen, y'all, is you're going to notice how they are studying for the position. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they are studying for the position. right? When people are studying for the position, they are preparing themselves to step inside it, right? They are preparing themselves to take your spot. Now, what I noticed was in any competitive sport, anything that has to do with artistry, okay, anything where you are competing, people are constantly looking for the next best thing. Okay, they are consistently looking for the next hottest thing. All right. So for instance, y'all, going right back to motivational speaking, y'all don't think that at some point it was a young kid trying to take Zig Ziglar's spot, right? There's a young kid trying to take Les Brown's spot. There's a young kid trying to take E.T.'s spot. The list goes on, okay? And at some point, y'all, it's going to be a young kid trying to take my spot as I continue to grow and get bigger. But the point of what I'm saying, y'all, is that somebody is always studying for your position. Somebody is always studying your moves, right? Your cadence, the way you do something, how you did it, the results that you got. When you did this, what happened? Okay? And see, you can learn a lot from a person's mistakes, right? And you can also learn from a person's success, but you're going to learn more from what they have done wrong. Now, here's the thing, y'all. There's nothing wrong with being inspired. There's nothing wrong with being motivated, right? And there's nothing wrong with studying a person. But when you are studying the position and not the person, now we have a problem. When you are studying the position so you can then fulfill the position as if you can do it better than them, now we have a problem. Because that position, that spot was not designed for you. Which means David could not be the ruler that Saul was. Saul could not be the ruler that Solomon was. Solomon could not be the ruler that Joseph was. Are y'all following what I'm saying? Like, it gets so deep to where if you really look at it, God never performed the same miracle through any of his prophets, right? When it came to Moses, he split the Red Sea, right? When it came to Joshua, he allowed them to walk into the sea and made that water vanish as they walked and came closer. Joseph, he gave him dreams. Okay. Noah, the miracle was him creating that ark and saving humanity. So God never performed the same miracles at all. Therefore, there was no reason for Noah to study David, or David to study Job, or Job to study Joseph, okay? Because they had similar missions, but different ways of how they was going to get it done. Each and every one of the prophets' mission was to somehow save the chosen people of Israel. Point blank, period, right? However, it was not to become either one of the prophets. It was to help fulfill God's mission through his prophets. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But sticking to the point, they are studying your position, right? I be watching some of these Tubi movies, y'all, and they got these crazy movies. Shout out to Christopher Stokes, because I'm not gonna lie, y'all, he got some of the best movies. But on movies like, Stepdaughter and Stepmother, and these movies where they have these deranged and unhinged women and men, right? But mainly, I think he does a lot of the women being crazy. Men too, but I've seen more of women being crazy. And it's always about how that woman is studying the other woman's spot. How she can be a better wife. How she can be a better mother, right? How she can take that position. And they have to realize that the position would never operate the way the person that's in the position operated, right? Because they got different spirits, different souls, different minds, different ways. People receive them differently. So it's not going to be exactly how it is for them. Okay? But sticking to the point, y'all, when they are studying for a position, they are only studying to fail in that position. Study the person, study their movements, study what they did. But don't try to take their spot, because it's not going to operate the way you think that it's going to operate. And also too, y'all, heavier to the head that wears the crown, right? Heavier to the head that wears the crown. So it may look beautiful on the outside, but when you step on the inside, can you handle it? Somebody drop in the comments and say you can't handle this. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you can't handle this. All right. Moving on to the next one. Number 3 is going to be constant failure. All right. Constant failure. I'm sure y'all heard me say this, before, and I'm going to say it again. But if I am trying to be Chris Brown, I'm going to fail 1,000 times. Okay. If I'm trying to be James Brown, I'm going to fail 1,000 times. If you try to be Reno Speaks Riches, you're going to fail 1,000 times, right? Why is that? Because that's not your gift. That's not your calling, okay? That's not what you have favor in. See, we all have magic. We all have a gift. We all have a talent in some type of genius level ability, right? Word to Jay-Z who said that. But it is about how you tap in it, when you tap in it, and once you realize that you're tapped in, how you're going to be able to fulfill the mission and fulfill your calling. But you got to tap in first. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Tap in. You got to tap in. I can't tap into this man's gift. Y'all know what I always wanted to be a great person at? I always wanted to be great in dancing. Believe it or not, y'all, I wanted to dance. I'm not saying that I can't, dance, or I can't even learn how to. I'm sure you can. You can teach yourself how to do anything. But was it natural? Right? Was it natural? I always wanted to understand that. But I'm not going to be mad and try to be someone else. It's not my suit. It's not my special calling. Okay? So that's going to be a major one, y'all. Constant failure. They're going to consistently fail in front of you, in front of others, privately, publicly. Why? Because that's not their gift. That's not their calling. Okay? But they're steady competing for a decreed spot. Moving on to the next one, y'all, is going to be number 4. Okay? Your wins will happen in front of them. Your wins will happen in front of them. I believe that's God's way of showing them that, hey, you can be successful and you can win, but maybe just not at this. Right? You can elevate, you can be uplifted, and you can also be motivated by this success or achievement, but this is not for you. Sometimes God will show you clips of other people's success and visions, right? But it doesn't mean that that is yours. Maybe that's the inspiration and the motivation you need to get up and find what you got to do. Everybody have their own divine purpose. Everybody has their own way. Everybody has their own thing. It is up to you to find it. Somebody drop in the comments and say, find your thing. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, find your thing. And that is the issue. You see somebody else do it, you feel like you want to do it. You see somebody else become successful at it, you feel like you can. And guess what? You can. But if it's not your calling, you won't. Right? And that's just as simple as it is, y'all. Okay? You have to find your calling. And this goes right back to what I'm saying, y'all. When you are winning in front of them, family, they're going to continuously try to compete for that spot. But the spot is already filled. All right? Next thing, y'all, which is going to be the last one, number 5 is going to be frustration. They're going to be very frustrated, y'all. I mean, just frustrated with life. Frustrated with you, frustrated with themselves. Okay? It goes right back to the slipper. If you keep trying to put that slipper on or put that heel on, at some point you're going to break the slipper, break the heel, you're going to break your foot, you're going to break something because it's not designed for you, which is going to cause frustration. All right? It's no different, y'all, from being inside of a relationship and the person keep telling you, hey, I don't like this, I don't like that. Fine. They tell them again, I don't like this, I don't like that. Fine. And mind you, they're not just only telling them what they don't like and what they dislike and all these things. They are actually delivering what's been asked of them. but they're not receiving. So that's going to cause a bit of frustration because they're not getting what they need. You see, whenever you want to be happy in life, whenever you want to be successful in life, you have to also know that it's give and take, right? I got to give something to get something, not in a malicious way, but if the scripture says a wealthy man is a man who serves all, well, if I want the wealth, then I must serve. And you have to serve in some type of way. Okay? And if you're not serving, then you're going to be frustrated because you won't ever get the wealth. Now, if you love what you do, that's a little different, but the point still remains, y'all. In order to get something, you got to give something, right? Or you're going to cause yourself a bunch of frustration. The issue is, y'all, they're giving, but they're not getting back because they're not in their calling. Everybody has a divine path. Once you find it, then you will be in your divine purpose. And that is where you will find your favor. And they haven't found it, y'all. So that's the point, y'all. Beware. They are secretly competing for a decreed spot. All right. They are competing for that spot, y'all, but it's not theirs, and they'll never be able to, fit or sit in your seat. It's not gonna happen, y'all. But y'all already know how we do. Let's do a smooth recap and then we'll conclude this video. So number one, y'all, they are intrigued with anything you touch. All right. They want it. You get a rabbit, they want it. You go to the gym, they want to go too. You start boxing, they gonna change their profession. All right. Number two, they're studying for the position, y'all. They're studying everything that you have done, and they are studying how they can take over your spot. Number three, constant failure. They keep failing, y'all. They haven't got the point. Maybe you're failing because this is not what God has chose for you to succeed in. I don't know. I'm not a genius, though. Number four, y'all, your wins happen in front of them, y'all. You keep winning over and over, and they're not getting the hint that this is not for them. Choose something else. All right. And number five, y'all, frustration. They are frustrated, y'all. They're not getting back. They are not receiving. And it is because they are doing the wrong thing. They're worried about your spot, and they can't even find their divine purpose, aka their spot. All right. But y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all check out any one of those Yes Sir t-shirts, Yes Sir hoodies, book a one-on-one session with me, enroll into my social influence course, or y'all can check out any one of my books. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.